Hey Cancer, welcome to your September reading. September's coming like way too fast, don't you think? For sure, this year has just like flown by. I have to say that it's been quite an adventurous one. But yeah, it's flying by. So guys, I am using some cards that I've never used before until these readings. They're called the Sacred Forest Oracle. They are the keywords at the top. And then I'm using my Everyday Witch Tarot for the main deck. This card wants to come out for you. As you know, if you follow me, I work very intuitive, so I go with what feels right to me. And so how this is flowing is we have keywords, that one, and then we have a column, right, like these are in 4 columns, and then we have the what energy we're working with right now, and then where we're going. I will explain it kind of as I'm going along. I'm sure it will flow perfectly, that you will kind of understand. But there's a rough outline on how it's being read. I am actually really loving this layout. I think it might stick with me for a while. I work with what kind of I'm drawn to, and this really kind of was like, you need to do it like this. And yeah, loving it. So guys, first one we come up for you Cancer is Wizard of the Woods. Focus. This is a time for you to be focusing on the present. Now this comes through like, this is a universal energy right now. It's coming through for all signs, that we need to be living in this moment. But I feel like for you it's saying focus on the now. Stay in the present, because there's things here that need your attention. I feel like this is a great time for you to be manifesting things into your life, but it comes with focusing presently rather than focus on building something. I feel like you need to be focusing on what is going on with you in this moment. So with that, think about, have you been focusing on something that's not directly impacting you right now? If that's true, this is what it's telling you to do. I do feel like there's something external that's pulling your attention towards that, and that's why I feel like this is telling you to kind of bring yourself back. Stop focusing on something external, start focusing on what is present. So I hope that makes sense for you, Cancer. The energy that you're in right now, we have the World in reverse. Interesting. What is this giving me for you? So I definitely feel like, again, I get this sense of your focus being away from where it's needed. So again, have a look on what you've been focusing on. Because I get this sense of perhaps your current kind of situation, your life, is being impacted by you not being present in it. So have a look at that, see if that does apply to you. Because I get this sense of you kind of being out of your normal, natural habitat, in the sense of working against I feel like what I'm trying to say is, I feel like you're not being your authentic self, like in your true nature. I feel like naturally emotions help drive you in the right kind of path. Like how you feel things, how you experience the world is what helps you create the world in a way that it works for you. This feels as though this is completely switched over, and that you are not kind of working with that energy. I feel like you're kind of ignoring the way that it makes you feel, the way that you are in this moment. Perhaps you are just not trusting your intuition as well, because I just get this sense of being outside of yourself. It just feels as though you're not being true to yourself, you're not trusting in yourself, you're not, again, being present in your experience. It feels as though externally you are being pulled away from that for some reason. And that is actually making what you desire in your life be out of reach. So be mindful of that. That's the energy that you're in right now with this focus. It's telling you to focus on you and focus on the now, and kind of acknowledge this as well. Where you're heading with this, it will make things seem so much lighter following that guidance. This is the Seven of Wands in reverse. So the Seven of Wands upright, just so you understand where I feel like my mind is taking me for you, is the Seven of Wands upright can be as though, like, it feels as though all wands are pointing at you, right? Everything is coming at you from left, right, and center. This is the reversal of this. I feel like it's like by doing this, by focusing on the now, you will be kind of lifted of the burdens. And I feel like actually you'll realize that what you have been taking on has not been your own. And that realization is really effective during this time. Now we're coming up into Mercury in retrograde. Don't ask me the dates because I am not on the ball with that this month. I am hoping to maybe get a Mercury in retrograde reading up as a bonus for September, but it depends on how my month goes. But hopefully I can do that for you guys so you can have some insight. But what I do know is I feel like this is what this will bring up for you, right? Mercury in retrograde is the planet of communication. It will communicate what needs to change and what areas you have not been acknowledging, and this to me is exactly that. So yes, you may have that 7 of Wands upright in the now, because if you're not facing it, it will be saying, let's face it. So that may feel like everything's coming left, right, and center at you, but this acknowledging and realizing that, hang on, wait, it's because I'm focusing on the wrong things. It's not my shit that's coming at me. It's somebody else's. This to me is what that is at, and what Mercury in retrograde may do for you. So that would be interesting for me to see, to link up the Mercury in retrograde reading if it happens, to really see if that's what comes through for you, because I definitely feel that within that. So the next column, we have meandering pathway flow. I was trying to show you the imagery, but the lighting in here is very terrible. Oh, it's actually not too bad. So here you go. This is part of your journey for sure, but I feel like you actually need to flow into it, and this comes again with this feeling of being present, because I feel like you need to step back into your pathway. I do feel like you're walking somebody else's, and I don't know why. I'm not getting insight into that because it just feels wrong. It feels like you shouldn't be. So why are you doing that? That is my question to you. Because I feel like this, to me, you need to just go with the flow. You need to start focusing on the now. And this means have faith and live in this moment. Stop looking ahead of you at where you're going, but know that by doing that, you are actually going somewhere. You are actually on your pathway. This is what this is giving me. It feels as though there are things that need to happen along the way of your journey, but I really just feel like you're not on your path. You're on somebody else's path. Get back on that. Come on. Because the energy you're in right now, we have 10 of Cups reversed. So this to me is that you again are not focusing on your emotional wealth here, and it is your wealth. To me, Cancer, from the second I've been doing this for you, I'm realize that your emotions are your allies here. This is what does you right. It's your kind of guidance. But I feel like you're fully not embracing your feelings. For some reason your feelings are being put in a box and you are living somebody else's, or you are just acknowledging it, not acknowledging it even. And this is the energy we're in. I don't understand why you're doing this, because it feels confusing. It's like, why Cancer? Like, you are a being who trusts in yourself, you trust in your intuition. You are guided by how you feel. Your emotions are literally your magical power into directing you in the right path. But for some reason, the energy that you're in at the moment currently feels like you're missing the mark, because you are not allowing yourself to be in your emotions. And the energy this is leading you to is the 5 of Wands. With the 5 of Wands, this can come with a lot of gossip and energy. This again is a Mercury in retrograde inner card. I actually don't know the connections with the tarot with their leading planets, because it's all way too much information for my little brain to take on, and I do intuitively read. But if I was to put Mercury in retrograde with a Mercury with a card, I would definitely say 5 of Wands. Sorry, the cat's moving the cameras. The window's right behind it, and they're like seeing the birds and things. And you have a tarot tail. We've got tarot and oracle in the window there, my kitty cats. Anyway, because to me this is about communication and conflict, and that's exactly what Mercury in retrograde can bring for you. And I feel like this is what's coming for you, because of the lack of being in your own emotions. And I feel like, again, it's just all it's doing is bringing it to the surface. to help you see this, exactly this. So I feel like you may have some passions and that going on around you. But again, it feels outside of you. It feels as though this is somebody else's issues where it should be your own. Sorry, this is my office and where I pack things and Oracle your butt. Yeah, it feels as though it's not yours, but it's going to be your problem if you just keep trusting outside of yourself is what I want to say there with that, interestingly. And I feel like this is actually just causing chaos inside yourself. Like this is, like it is your own. You are building your own chaos, but the chaos is external to you, as in that's the source of it. Once you come to this realization, I feel like that's key, right? That's the key to preventing this, and that's the point of a reading, is that you are now got foresight in this so you can change this outcome, but this is where you're at right now in this moment, the energies that we're envisioning for you. So with that realization, I feel like we're coming into the second half of this energy, like where we're leading, the path we're taking. Beauty. So we have the Wood Nymph. Now with this card, it really is basking in our own emotions, our own waters. And it's a really good card. It's about seeing the beauty in who we are, where we're going, and the life we have. This is being present. This is in the now. So I do feel like this is productive magic. Okay, I'm starting to think I should have moved these cats out the way. Sorry guys, I don't want to edit the video, so... it takes too much time and effort to kind of edit my videos out and uploading. And I found it was counterproductive. I really feel like the camera's too high now. Let me see if I can move you down. Sorry about the interruptions, but I don't want to edit my videos. I feel like that's when I've been having these problems where like my voice is not synced and things. And it's synced when I'm watching the video, but when I upload it, something's happening there. And it's way too confusing. So I'm literally just trying to allow it to flow. What happens, happens. But this energy, it feels beautiful, but it comes with the work that we've done here. And I feel like that's the whole point, is for you, Cancer, where you need to be at is realizing your emotional abundance and what that brings to your life. So being emotional might seem as though it's an inconvenience for you, but it really is your guiding path. I call it your tail. I swear, cats. My kitty cats want you to know. Something. But yeah, this is where we're heading. I feel like living in this moment is really going to help you to reconnect with yourself, is actually really what I'm feeling with this reconnection. We have the Two of Swords in reverse below, and reaching your goals, I feel like you, again, where your head looking is in a different space. It's like your eyes are not on the target where you want to be, which is what the Two of Swords can mean in the upright. I feel as though it can mean that you have your eyes in the future, not ahead of you. And this to me is like I'm seeing that being in the present. I do get the sense of, I'm sorry, Cancer. Honestly, there's like a bird right outside this window and these cats are just loving it. But that's what I'm being drawn to in this card, is this crow here. So there's wisdom in the now. There's wisdom right in front of you. I feel as though there is something that you are missing, again, because your focus is elsewhere. And this is like this raven trying to tell you that. Again, I am a raven. Perhaps I'm trying to tell you that. But whether or not you choose to see it is a whole different thing. Because it does still feel as though you are focusing on something that's it's like ahead of you rather than presently. Be aware of that's the energy that you are in for September. But where you're going with this energy of the realizations and basking in your own energy, to me this is giving you the Emperor. So this is where we're at. This is giving you your power back. The Emperor knows who he is, he knows how to get where he goes, and he thinks logically, and he's successful in all that he does. And this is where I see your success. It comes with you regaining the power of just flowing in all that is you and dropping everybody else. And the Emperor is a stern man. He is where he is by making those tough decisions, being that kind of like cutting people off if they're holding him down. This is what I'm seeing for you. It's like you need to be back in you, back in your power, regaining your world. If you see his staff, to me that kind of crystal energy within it looks like the earth. Now you have the world in reverse. You are after that world. You want that world. You're manifesting that world when you are on top and trusting in yourself. And this is the energy you're leading to. I definitely feel like this is where it's bringing you to. And actually, just like Pisces, you have 2 cards in the exact same position as Pisces. So for water signs, I'm definitely seeing we're putting in the work here. And it comes with coming into ourselves, stop relying on those external forces to distract you from what it is that you need. And it brings you to joy. The hummingbird. Yeah, they're stealing my light now. The hummingbird spirit is joy. This is good stuff. And this is actually from that wood nymph beauty to the hummingbird joy. These are both very similar energy of kind of contentment. And I feel like that's what's coming to you within this self journey. Coming back onto your path. Now on that meandering pathway, there are these little lights. Little things that need to happen along our way of our journey. The little people that influence us in a positive way towards our enlightenment is what I want to say. Towards the good stuff, the abundance that we're craving. Now in the hummingbird spirit, the hummingbird is suckling on a plant and she's getting that nectar. There's a little light there, and I feel like there's this light at the end of the tunnel kind of vibe here, meaning like I feel once you come into your own, you really start seeing things, you're seeing the beauty and the joy in your life. But I think it's actually you've took your attention away from something that's really kind of the darkness in your life towards that joyous, and it feels positive and really kind of creative. It's allowing people back into your life, and I feel like actually I want to say to you, there's someone you need to get rid of in order to come to this Four of Wands. This Four of Wands is a coming together of people, a socializing, a fun celebration. I do feel like letting go of somebody. Now this could very much be a breakup because I feel like there's someone's energy that's just sucking so much out of you. And I feel like this has been back and forth for you. And so the realization here is like you finally trust in your emotions, trust in yourself. Stop worrying about their life because that's not your pathway, that's not your life. You then come to this period where you are celebrating, you are happy. It feels as though you realize this is what you should have done a long time ago. Interesting. And this leads us to the energy of 9 of Wands. Interesting, actually. So again, I feel as though there's a worry and concern about what this does mean, though, because you are happy, and I feel like your happiness is going to create unhappiness for somebody else. So again, trust in your emotions. However, it feels external. They're not. Don't take on other people's. I feel like this is sort of saying, be mindful that this is something that you have to unprogram from yourself, and that's the opinions of others, that's the pressures of others, because I feel like that could still be here in the background of kind of repeating this same cycle if we don't work with that. But Mercury in retrograde, I think, is really going to be a kind of stickler for you, Cancer, in this way. I'm sorry, that's Tarot's fluffy tail in the corner there. But yes, I want you to be mindful. But I feel this is protective as well. I feel like you're protecting someone external from yourself. And this is the time for you to acknowledge why you're doing that. And I feel like a massive question that I have for you, Cancer. And when I'm asking this question, it's something that I want you to be answering for yourself. Why? Why are you protecting somebody else? Why is that more important than you? Is there nobility there? Or is this purely external worries? He's waving at you now. Yeah. And I feel like this is, again, mentally wounding you. And that's what's affecting you. So, yeah, be conscious of that. Interesting. I am loving this reading for you, Cancer. I feel like it's very insightful. Please comment below if you can, if you would like to comment on any ways this is impacting your life and how it makes sense for you. But yeah, great stuff. Celebrations, making the right moves for yourself, being understanding that your emotions are your ally. Thank you so much, Cancer. I will see you next month.